Hey everyone, time to do Halloween. So we've got my little bat inlays. We've got a nice new mould and I've got a new toy. Let's Resin have kindly sent me this stirry thing. So I haven't tried it yet, so I'll let you know what I think about it. So that's something else for me to enjoy today. And also people have been asking me how I store my dried flowers and things. A lot of these are flowers that I've bought. You probably recognise some of these. Some are from my garden and obviously my bonsai leaves. So this is how I store them. This is just a cheap photo album and we'll be using some of those. Right, let's start getting messy then. Right then, the resin I am using is also from Let's Resin. I'm having a bit of a Let's Resin day today, and it is there. Nice and slow. I didn't change it up. Ooh, look at that. Sorry, distracted by gadget. Yeah, it's their fast cure one. Just do it nice and slow, look. So it's a high viscosity. I mean, I presume you could walk off and leave it. No. Yeah, it's a high viscosity one. As you can see, that's really thick. And so it's even more important to stir it thoroughly. It's a 4-hour cure. 4-hour demould, I should say. Yeah, this is fun. I could turn this up faster, but I always say I stir too fast, so let's take it nice and slowly with this thing. It's certainly easy. I suppose the danger is not getting around the sides enough, isn't it? Anyway, I'll just carry on playing with this and I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, that looks mixed to me. Observations. I seem to have more bubbles than usual. Maybe I should have turned that on slower. Next observation is, how the hell do I clean this? I'm going to stand it in something. If I've got an old mould kicking around, I can lie it in. Let it drip off a bit first, obviously. But yeah, it's certainly done its job. I'll let you know what the clean-up's like. Right, I'm going to put that to one side because there's a lot of bubbles to get rid of there. And we're going to get our little bats and we're going to give them some colour. Can you hear the birds in the background? The starlings have arrived early this year. Right, now let's find a powder to use. Right, I've got a really dark colour here it's from the Let's Resin ones. I did think about doing them black, but I thought no, that's a bit too severe, so let's just dust them with this. Yeah, this is just one of Let's Resin's mica powders. Gosh, those birds are rowdy. And I'm just going to go over the whole thing, so this is going to get messy. You can see it's a beautiful colour when it's on, isn't it? It's not what you expect. So we're going to end up with some really nice metallic bats. I'm going to press those down in a moment. Obviously I'm doing this away from the mould because if I get it all over the mould it's going to be a pain. I'm getting it on the mould anyway by the look of it. Gosh, I hope you can hear me with those birds. They're proper rowdy. Anyway, right, yes, so what we're going for is sort of a Halloween hint with the comedy bats, but we're going for also, you know, an autumnal feel. So what I want to do then is try and do this pretty much in one go, which is quite a depth for a quick cure resin to work at. As you can see, it's very viscous, as the quicker cure resins are on the whole. I haven't yet found one that isn't. So I'm getting a layer in. It might end up being 2 pours, I don't know. But the idea here is I just wanted to get a layer in so that we can start putting stuff in it. And let's get my little flower album out and let's find some colours. First of all, I'm going to want a bit of brightness. So let's have some Should have done this before. I should have got the flowers ready before I poured resin, shouldn't I? So, over to the side of your screen, you will see I am getting some flowers out. I'll just have a few of these. They almost look like little fireworks, these ones. Might have been easier to pick them up with tweezers. So there's some nice coppery orange. And then I think I'm going to go for some ferns. I've got a page full of ferns. Here we are. Look at these. Look at the colours in those. But I'm not going for the red ones because I'm going to rely on my bonsais, I think, for those. My bonsai leaves for the reddy colours. But let's have a couple of ferns. Don't forget the other side's the side you're going to see, so make sure that that's the side that you're putting face down. Okay, now I'm going to get out some of my bonsai leaves and pop those in. These aren't their autumn colours, that's just what colour my bonsais are in the summer. And I'm going to put that all across. Now it is going to go up the sides a bit, that's fine. I can trim off any bits afterwards. I just wanted to leave this as a whole branch, and I am not worrying if there's bubbles underneath it, because bubbles will look like raindrops. Now if anybody wants to see some more sensible things done with my bonsai leaves, there are a number of things on my YouTube channel. Just go take a look. So the bonsai leaves, by the way, they have just been dried and pressed in my flower press as normal. Again, there's a video on preparing them, because it's ever so easy to do. There's a video on preparing them on my channel, and I will try to remember to put you the link for that as well. So we're going to put some more resin in, so we've got a good coating over the leaves as well. Now, I'm going to put something in this next layer. I want to do this all as if it's one big pour. Not, not letting each layer cure in between. Just to see if this resin can handle it. I think it can. It's good stuff. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of something else in. You know what? I just can't help myself. I'm going to put some of this foil in. Just a little bit. She says, trying to get a little bit to come off without that happening. Right, okay, just putting quite a lot then. Put like quite a lot. That was deliberate, obviously. Oh, I should rename this channel. Come and make a mess with Tracy, shouldn't I? There we go. I don't know it's where I intended it. There you are. Right, so we've got a bit of foil in there. That's gilding flakes. You'll see me use that in other videos, I'm sure, but I'll put you the link for that as well, just in case you need it. So what are we going to need links for? The mould. The mould itself is from Moulds and Shapes. It's one of my recent investments. I'm really getting quite into using their beautiful moulds. Not a cheap exercise, and yes, I do have to buy them, but worth every penny, I think. So mould is from Moulds and Shapes, link below. Resin and that powder that I did the bats with are from Resin, as I said. I'll put you the link for that as well down below. And what else is there to put your links for? The bats, I'll put the link for the bats. That's about it, really. I have got a very limited amount of the leaves for sale every so often. It's very much first come first serve, because my little bonsais can only produce so many. And then of course they take a couple of weeks to be dried and pressed and all the rest of it. Grief, it's noisy here today. Sorry about the background noise, people. It can't be avoided. Because I sure as hell ain't shutting a window. Right, that isn't quite completely full. I'm going to mix a bit more up because I'm quite determined to do this one in one go. So, and then I will... Actually, no. This is me making it up as I go along again. I'm going to let this cure. I am going to let it cure. And then I'm going to put a backing on it. And I might do glittery black or something. I don't know. But yes, I am going to let it cure. Right, let's see if this really is ready in the 4 hours that this resin is supposed to be demoldable in. I'm sure it will be. I have been using it a little while now, but I've just not used it on this, on something quite as large as this, I don't think. Not in one go anyway. One big pour. Just making sure everything's pushed down. I haven't used the big bats from the bat set, by the way, for any of you familiar with the bats, because they are really intended for deeper moulds than this. These will be fine, for the small ones will be fine for this mould. Right, I'll see you in, well, to be honest, probably a couple of hours, because it only needs to have cured to a point really if I'm going to put another layer in after all, doesn't it? See, plan changes as I go. Right, see you later. Right, this is all cured. Now, happy to report that this cleaned up pretty easily. I've noticed I've got some stuff still around the centre. Should have picked that off. What if I pick that off? Anyway, I wiped it with a wet, my Wonder Wipes, and it seemed to do the job. Anyway, I'm going to mix up another load of resin. I'll be back with you in a moment. Right, I'm back. Yeah, I like the stirry thing. It's good. It does the job. My verdict on it though is that it does introduce a lot more bubbles, but yeah, makes making your stirring quicker and easier. I've tried it on a couple of different speeds now. This is a little bit quicker than I did last time. And yeah, I like it. When you get a speed you like, you can just leave it on that speed as well, because you alter the speed by twisting the knob on the top, and then the on and off is on the side. Anyway, I'm going to just pour into here. Let's move the camera over a bit, that's better. I'm just going to pour into here a load of glitter. Now this is some random black glitter I've got from somewhere. God knows where that was from. I'm going to put quite a lot in. And then I've got some from Jam Pot Glitter called Witching Hour, which is lovely. It's got a bit of holographics to it, but it's predominantly almost black. Let's see. Now, I'm going to have a right good clean up job to do after this, aren't I? Now I want this to be fairly opaque, there's that much glitter in it. Just going to leave it stood up in that for a bit and then get the, about 10 minutes, get the wipes on the go. Right, so we have some black glittery stuff. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be way too much, but look, isn't it lovely? I think I've mixed up way too much. Oh, that's not a problem. Look, loads, look. Where's my dragon? Let's do a dragon. Oops. Yeah, I've mixed up well too much there. I really wasn't sure how much I needed. Right, I'm doing dragons anyway because I wanted a load of dragons for... They always sell well at the event that I'm doing over Halloween weekend. So I'm going to chuck the rest in the little dragon. just about the right amount left over to do that, actually. That's all right then. Alright, I am going to leave this alone now. Nothing else to do. And I will see you for the demould. Okay, it's demould time. Now, let me know what you think about the lighting, folks. It's gone dark here. People keep moaning about my ring light that I normally use. I know it does throw a bit of a reflection. So, I'm trying just an angle poised lamp over there. So, let me know if you think that's any better. Hard to keep everyone happy all the time, isn't it? Right. Let's see. I do love these moulds. They demould so, got a little bit of overspill there. They demould so very easily. They just come away beautifully. Right, you can see that glitter's lovely. That base colour of the fine glitter, which has got a little bit of holographic in it too, and then the holographic glitter from Jam Pot Glitters is just beautiful and spooky. Not really spooky, is it? It's glitter. Anyway, here we go. Got a couple little bits to trim off. People have been asking me about the sanding process again, for edges and things. You can get a deburring tool to run along them. I tend to just do that. Unless it's, you know, quite extreme, then I can go along it with scissors. Oh yes, I have got a deburring tool. Just a craft knife sometimes works. I find a big nail file, if it's only little bits, does the job. Anyway, should we turn this over? I've got to take the little inlays out, haven't I? Oh, I'm pleased with my choice of that black glitter as a background. Ah, yes. And the leaves are shown nicely. Now, let's see if we can get these little guys out. I want to use my left hand. As you can see, I've had a nasty accident with my right thumb now. It looks like a little bit of resin got underneath this one, so I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up afterwards. You can see just a little bit like that. So a little bit of trimming will be required there. That's not a problem. It's also to do with how well you press them down and how well they then stick to the actual mould. So yeah, obviously slipped up a little bit there with that one. Just makes the inlay a bit harder to get out, but if it's only a little thin layer like that, I should just get some little nail scissors and trim that off before I do the photos for you for the end, the grand finale. Here we are. Yeah, I have got a little bit of trimming to do, but you can see the effect on that bat's come out perfectly. Okay, so I've had a rethink. I've decided I am going to fill these bats in. So I'm going to use ultraviolet curing resin. And I'm going to drift off my Let's Resin theme simply because I've run out of the Let's Resin ultraviolet curing resin. So I shall be using another one. Another good brand. This is the Apex one. So yeah. Now this stuff does generally dome itself a bit, so if these do stand a little bit proud of the mould, you know, of the actual resin surface that's already in there, I'm quite happy with that. And now I'm just going to take the run a torch over it just to make sure I've got all the bubbles out. Not that there are many, but it's just a little precautionary thing. And of course, using a torch rather than the alcohol spray that I often use is good because it doesn't break the surface tension, so you don't lose your little bit of a dome that's set up there. Interesting that some of the gold foil seems to have shown through the powder that I put on the bat's wings rather well, giving it an extra dimension really. Okay, I think that's settled, so I'm going to torch it with this big ultraviolet torch. I have got some of the proper standover lights, as you probably know, but unfortunately my favourite one has died, so I'm using my torch today. And there we are. So let's have a final look at it, and then I'll get some photos done. So as you can see, the bats are just raised slightly, Standing a little bit proud of the mould, but only very slightly, just to give it that bit of an extra 3D-ness. And there we are. We have bats. Hey, happy Halloween everyone. I hope you like this one. If so, you know where the like button is, it's down here. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, the button to do that is down there as well. Let me know what you think, folks. What would you have done differently? Be interested to hear your thoughts. See you again for the next one. Bye.